What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff and I do an assortment of DIY videos and different projects that I'm working on. So today I'm working on this quiet box for my Ryobi generator. So I bought this generator like a year ago. At the time I actually wanted to buy a Honda, but the Honda that I wanted was like $3 grand, so didn't have $3 grand laying around for a generator. So I went to Home Depot, bought this guy. I think it was like right around 700 bucks. And it's worked really good for me so far. I've had to use it like 3 or 4 times now in a year. It started for me every single time. I've had no issues. Sorry if there's any wind. I think we're gonna get a storm here, but sorry for the wind noise. When the power did go out, I ran a refrigerator, a freezer, an air conditioner, a bunch of lights, the Wi-Fi router, 2 different TVs. So I've had a lot running on this thing all at one time. So I'm actually really happy with it so far. It's only been a year, like I said, but I have 2 issues with this generator. One is that it's really loud. What I've had to do is put it in my shed while it's running to try to keep the noise down, which is the other problem. It has a carbon monoxide sensor detector, which is a good thing, but I'm never gonna put it in my house, so I really don't need it. But it is a good feature to have, so it's an automatic shut off if the oxygen levels get too low. So I don't like having to keep my shed open all night while the generator's running. So that's why I'm making this box here. It can be mostly waterproof. It'll keep the noise down. So I can just put it back here on the back porch. I have a little roof back there, but I can put it back there and put this box over it, and if it rains or something, I don't have to worry about it getting wet. It's, like I said, mostly waterproof, or it should be. I've just thrown a few cans of paint on there, some extra ones I had laying around for now. Paint job's not important for now, it's just the function. I want to make sure I get it working good first. So far, I just built the box, and I'm going to add some sound deadener. So before I add the sound deadener, I'm going to do a test to see how loud. I'm going to do a few different tests today with this decibel meter. So with my first test with the decibel meter, I'm just going to test how loud it is with no box. I have 3 different blocks here of wood. One here, one there, and one over there. So the first one is really, really close. It's roughly 5 or 6 feet away. The second one is a little farther. It's roughly 20 feet away. And then I have a third one set up. The farthest one, it's roughly 40 feet away. The first test will be with no box. Second test will be with the box how it is right now. So I haven't added the sound deadener yet. So I'm just going to test to see how big of a difference just the box makes. And then I'm going to add the sound deadener and see how big of a difference that makes after it's all done. I'll show you the box a little bit. It was really simple to make. It's not very pretty, but it doesn't have to be. I eventually want to make a nicer one with like one of those little sheds and have like a permanent fixture to the outside of the house. But this will do for now. And it sits in the shed most of the time anyway. And this actually gives me a nice little like working table while it sits over top the generator in the shed. So it all works out. I just had an extra sheet of plywood laying around, so I did some measurements of the Ryobi, and this is what I got. Just cut it up real basic with a handsaw, circular saw, screwed it together, nothing fancy. 2 holes that I made, well, 3 holes. This is the front one. This is where the exhaust comes out. So I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of airflow. This exhaust really just comes out right here, but I wanted to make sure I had a nice little, good little block of airflow. And then this, I believe, sucks in air. Put it on real fast. Okay, so I have a little handle up here. You can just lift it up, put it over. It fits right over like that. So now when you look at it, you can see the exhaust shoots out here, and I have Nice big block airflow. This was going to be open anyway and facing away from me, facing towards the woods. There's going to be the most noise coming from right here anyway. So I just decided to leave a good bit open, like I said, to make sure I get enough airflow and to make sure this thing doesn't overheat. And that's why I cut this little hole right here that pulls air in that way and can come out here. I've only had this thing running for maybe like 10 minutes at a time so far. So I think that's long enough to make sure that it's okay. So I think this design works pretty good the way it is. So if I have to run it for like an hour or something and it shuts off, then I'll know that I have to make more holes or something. But for now it's good. So on top, just have a couple brackets and some extra rope. I have this guy. This is just in case you want to add fuel without taking the box off. You can. Like if the generator is running and you want to have it run all night, you're not supposed to add fuel. That's the thing it says right on here. Yeah, never remove fuel cap when unit is running. I've done it anyway. So yeah, like I said, I'm not recommending anyone to do this because there's literally a danger warning. It says not to, but I've done it without any problems. So if I want to run my generator for say like 6, 7, 8 hours, I can, because this generator only holds enough fuel for a little over 4 hours at a time. So if it's been running for a while, I can just come right here, open this up, and add more fuel if I want to. And it just locks right back up with this little latch. And then lastly, this is the back side of the generator right here. And I drilled a couple little, I think they're 1.5 inch holes, just to make a little extra room for cords to come out. All right guys, so I already did the first 2 tests. So now I'm gonna add this sound deadener and I'll put all the tests together at the end. So I got this off Amazon. Can't remember the exact name right now, but I'll leave a link down below. I think I got 10 square feet, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. So I'm gonna cover it with this and we're gonna see how big of a difference it makes. So this stuff looks real easy to work with. Just take one sheet here. This is how it came. And I'm gonna wipe down the inside first to make sure it sticks real good. Knock anything loose off. I'm just gonna take this, peel off the back, and put it where I want it. I'm gonna start in the corner. Just stick it on like a big sticker. Press down real good. Wow, I didn't even plan that. They fit perfectly. 3 of them. Did all this plus a little bit extra. Alright, so that's 10 pieces. So this is how far it got us. So I got that side completely covered, this side completely covered, the back completely covered, and half the top. So all I got left is the front and half the top. So I just have to order a little more, but we're still gonna see. So we're gonna see how much this helped out. This is from like 20 feet back. And now like 40-ish. Alright, now let's try with the box with no sound deadener. Alright, so same thing. First, really close, like 5-6 feet. Alright, same test. 5-6 feet. That should tell you guys that the box definitely helps, and the deadener definitely helps a lot too. So I'm gonna get a little bit more of it and finish off the front and the top, and we should be good to go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this nice little DIY sound box. If you guys did enjoy this video, would you do me a favor and drop a big thumbs up down below? I really appreciate it, and it helps the video reach a wider audience. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. I really want to hit 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so help me hit that goal. And that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.